Hi, my name is Olivia and this is my trip to China. In today's video, I'll be exploring Shanghai, one of the world's largest and fastest developing cities. I'll be sharing my first impressions of the city and the contrast between its historic areas, local streets and rapidly developing districts. I've never seen a city like this. This is urban perfection. Wow. Good morning from Shanghai. I can't believe I'm here. This is Corina. So we are staying in the Jing'an area, which we thought was going to be more central than it actually is. It's quite far away from the Bund, from the People's Square, from Nanjing Road, and all of that very popular touristy area. However, since we're here, we're going to start with a visit to the Jing'an Temple, which is pretty close to our hotel, and this is Shanghai. It is such a clean city. We're very impressed by that. Here is the Jing'an area. There's so many people on these motorbikes everywhere. And here is the temple. Only here you can have a traditional temple and then a department store with like Dior next to it. Oh! And some lovely stairs. Jing'an Temple stands in the center of one of Shanghai's busiest commercial districts, yet it remains one of the city's oldest religious sites. Its origins trace back to 247 AD during the Three Kingdoms period, when a Buddhist sanctuary was first established in this part of the region. In 1216, under the Southern Song dynasty, the temple complex was moved to its current location on West Nanjing Road. The layout seen today is the result of repeated cycles of destruction and reconstruction, including major restoration works in the late 20th century. This is the Apple Store. Really futuristic. This is so Western that I don't feel like we're on the other side of the world. It gives me the feeling of home, but a very, very clean version. So this is actually Nanjing Road, and this is a very, very long road that goes all the way to the Bund. So it links Jing'an to the Bund, but yesterday we thought we should just walk on this road and see it all. And it's a long road, and we missed out on half of the attractions because we were just walking on Nanjing Road. So we were looking for a coffee shop that we didn't find, and we probably got the fanciest coffee in Shanghai. Nice. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Very nice. Look how nice this area looks. And I've never seen this many luxury shops in one place, and the weather is very hot and humid. It feels like Miami. We got back to our hotel, got changed, and now we want to visit a pharmacy that's more like a concept store, and they have a lot of skincare and makeup products and things like that. And afterwards we're gonna go again in the central area on Nanjing Pedestrian Street. We're still figuring out a lot of things as we go, and we keep having all sorts of issues. WeChat, the app that they're using, keeps confusing me with spam, and navigation in general is not that easy. For navigation, we are using Maps, which does have some level of English on it, and you can find places, and you also get metro routes from it, because if you use Google Maps, for example, it's outdated here in China, and it also doesn't give you any transportation. It only gives you the walking or the driving path. Traffic is pretty crazy, as you can see here. So yes, taxis are very affordable, and they have Didi, which is like Uber. However, it's probably easier to take the metro. We're gonna take the metro from the concept store pharmacy to the center, so that's what we're doing next. So we're gonna see how easy that is. And I would probably suggest, if you come to Shanghai and you can afford the higher hotel prices, to stay in Nanjing Road Pedestrian Street the Bund area, where they have many hotels, and I feel like everything is more accessible. So the pharmacy has famous brands. However, you don't really find all these miniatures and all these versions of things, in Europe at least, and they are quite affordable. We have come to People Square and we got a few pastries that we wanted to try. This place is absolutely amazing. This is what perfection looks like in an urban context. And anyway, we found a few interesting things. This is a black tea and apple bagel. This is a tiger roll, and there's another butter pastry. Okay, I just want to see the tea roll. It tastes like a bagel with black tea in it and a little bit of sweet. I want to try the tiger roll as well. Very interesting. This is very eggy. Like it tastes like egg. It's not too sweet, and it's got a very strong taste of egg, but in a good way. Oh my god, I'm loving this.
People Square is the political and symbolic center of Shanghai. It stands on what was once the city's colonial racecourse. After the founding of the People's Republic in 1949, horse racing and gambling were banned, and the grounds were turned into People's Park and People's Square to reflect the new political era. During the 1990s modernization push, the square was redesigned and the city government moved its headquarters here from the Bund, establishing this as the administrative heart of modern Shanghai.
We have now come on Nanjing Road Pedestrian Street. This is where everything happens. It's very popular. There's so many shops. There's so many department stores. Definitely consumerism paradise. There's a lot going on. Honestly, these hotels, there's a Holiday Inn, there's Crown Plaza, there's Radisson here. These are the perfect spot in Shanghai. Some people recommend hotels in like quieter areas, but personally I think it just takes so long to get from one point to another, or you need to take the metro, which again is not as convenient as being in the center. I would actually book one of these hotels instead of staying in Jing'an, where we're staying. We have now arrived at the North Bund because TikTok suggested that this is a much better place to view the skyline than the normal Bund, and they were right. This is absolutely incredible. There are just a few people. The Bund is crazy busy, and look at this. This is very wide promenade, and TikTok was right once again. Good morning from the Yuyuan Garden area in Shanghai. Food story. Well, sounds good. Already had to stop and get some watermelon juice. Karina is disappointed with the sun. It's very, very hot and sunny today. There's casually a Shake Shack here. It's really funny in China. They have all the brands you could think of. And it's so nice and so touristy. Karina got an umbrella to fit in better. It doesn't seem like everything's open.
We don't have any weak coffee here. It's like the place for us.
We're trying to figure out where the actual garden is. This feels so touristy. We were thinking it's more like a traditional old town, but it's actually, yeah, just very touristy. Made for tourists, priced for tourists, and I assume built for tourists. And this is Karina, Lady Karina.
Yes. I think Nanjing might be more what you're looking for.
Yes, I think so. We're going to Nanjing after Shanghai. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully find more tradition. But this is fun, so.
Yuyuan Garden is one of Shanghai's best preserved classical gardens. It was created in the mid-16th century during the Ming Dynasty, when a local official established it as a private retreat for his father. Over time, it developed into a complex of halls, courtyards, ponds, and covered walkways arranged in the traditional Jiangnan style. The garden later suffered extensive damage, particularly during the 19th century conflicts of the Opium War and the Taiping Rebellion. Restoration efforts began in the late Qing dynasty and continued after the founding of the People's Republic of China with major renovations in the 1950s and 1960s. Its ponds, pavilions, and winding paths reflect design principles typical of elite residencies in the lower Yangtze region during the Ming and Qing periods.
We discovered how efficient the metro is. It's definitely the best way to go around. It's really affordable. It's very clear. It's very easy to use. Stations are in English as well, so very efficient. Here's the metro. So all the lines are marked like this with numbers, and it's so easy to follow everything. And yeah, all the names are in English, and this is pretty amazing. Probably the best metro I've ever seen anywhere, to be honest. This neighborhood is called Xintiandi. That's probably wrong. Everything looks so perfect. Perfect streets, perfect blocks, and perfect and clean. This is yet another shopping area. It's pretty impressive. So many shopping options. We're obviously not rich, first of all. Second of all, we're more curious about actual Chinese shops rather than international designer shops. But then, yeah, Shanghai is very Western, so not only that, I feel like it's more Western than the West. It's like from all the designers, all the buildings, all the architecture, all the modern world, it's made more grand,
Yeah.
with more options, and just clean and better.
Yeah.
And it's just like a million options for
Honestly, I
everything,
love
all
it.
products, all everything. I've never seen a city like this. This is urban perfection. Wow. So we found this restaurant in the area that's very specific to the area. I think this belongs to the W Hotel, and it's obviously a modern, fancy looking, but still kind of traditional, you know, with a little bit of the tacky decor. Like it's like Shanghai in a restaurant. And I'm gonna try some dim sum. It is actually not easy to find traditional places in Shanghai because everything is so modernized. So the point here is not to try traditional things, but it's more like going for fancy things. It's about designer shopping and upscale restaurants. There are so many upscale restaurants, and it's impossible to find, you know, like that kind of bodega where you eat some local food. And yeah, it's not that kind of China. So this is truffle dim sum, and it's probably very, very hot. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is kimchi rice with beef, I think. This is so good. The same, I think this is better than the Bund upscale restaurants that are famous and touristy and like top restaurants in Shanghai. And then there's this that's just amazing and it's so affordable. So right by the North Bund, there is this office business building, and on the top of the building there is this sky lounge where you can come grab a coffee, relax, and enjoy the amazing Shanghai skyline without the crowds, without the hassle, without any tickets, and it's absolutely amazing. We found out about this from TikTok, and we are so impressed. We've got some lattes, we've got a beautiful dessert. This is a perfect time. It is the sunset and there's always plenty of space to take pictures from here. And the thing is, all the restaurants with a view of the Bund in this area are high-end restaurants, extremely expensive, and you have the same views here without having to go through an upscale fine dining experience with it. So, pretty amazing.